everyone. This is me, the Ritter, and Chelsea. You don't get. You can shut your mouth.
Oh, thanks.
Well, that's not what you're known as on YouTube.
I know. It's just
What
Chelsea.
we're going to discuss is actually of the new craze. Well, it's what, a month and a half old now? And that is of Pokemon Go. And actually, Chelsea, what level are you in this game?
18? You're 20?
Yeah, I'm level 20. And I don't care about a Weedle. Anyways, want to discuss some positives and negatives of this said game. For instance, one positive being, well, since the game came out, her and I have both lost weight. For instance, when we were walking so far, in the past, how long have I had this phone? About a week now, so
Yeah, a week.
I've gone down almost 60 pounds in total.
And that was with me gone.
Yeah, shut up. And you went down, what, about a total of, I think it's like 20-some pounds?
20-some pounds, I think.
So since the game's release, obviously, it's good for losing weight, and it's kind of fun. I actually like the thought of catching Pokemon in real life. When I was younger, I actually wanted to catch Pokemon, and I wanted to see what they look like in reality. Now that being said, there are some illustrations, and they are quite terrifying. If you've ever seen some of them that look pretty realistic, they look pretty creepy. But all in all, I think the game is well worth the time and effort it takes to be put into it.
Definitely.
And it is fun to take out gyms, even though all the gyms here are blue.
So we can't get into any gyms.
That is for sure. We gotta train up at the gyms, and then we can put a Pokemon in. But I think some other things need to happen. Definitely for the game to be better, the tracking should work. That definitely is a thing that needs to be fixed. I don't know, it seems like it's local to one block. So pretty much if you see a Pokemon, just walk around the block and you'll find all of them on the list.
That is true.
And it could be either side of the block. It could be the one you're on, it could be on the other side. Another thing that I think they should add, right now, like we had stated, is all the gyms are blue. Now, with them being all blue, obviously, people who are Team Mystic, like we are, you really can't do anything.
No,
You're
you
stuck
can't.
at a current loss until either Team Valor or Team Instinct take over something. Now, what could happen? Maybe Niantic could put out a random occurrence where a gym will shut down. And it resets the gym.
And
Maybe
then
like
just
say
start over again.
For instance, we have a gym here that is like what did you say it was like level 7 and nothing but Vaporeons in it?
Oh yeah, it's.
Can you even bring it up? Oh, you can.
Yeah, it's our first Episcopal church. It's
I don't care about the
level
location.
7. They're all Vaporeons. And it goes to.
Starting off at 1310, I know it goes up really high.
I believe it goes.
Well, I don't care about what level it goes to.
Okay.
But the point being is, the chance of someone taking that gym out, they would need to either A, have a really, really strong bunch of grass types, or B, a really good set of electric types. Now the difference is, electric have very, very low defense. Grass have very high defense, but usually a little lower power. So unless you have an entire fleet of Venusaurs with solar beams, you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle. I mean, the only Pokemon that we have that has solar beam is our Parasect.
That is true.
So maybe what they could do is, I don't know, maybe add in some Team Rocket members. Maybe like Giovanni. He could randomly take over a gym and shut it down, and he could just state that it's under shutdown order of Team Rocket or something.
And then just start over or start over.
Well,
again.
like maybe like it'll be completely shut down for a whole day. This happens every 2 days to a gym that, let's say, someone owns for too long. in 2 days, the gym gets shut down for one entire day by this random event. After that, you gotta battle Giovanni and his minions, all their Pokemon, to take over the gym. And if any of you have ever played Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red, or the blue and I think there was another color. I have no clue. But anyways, if you played any of those games, you know Giovanni was the 8th gym leader, meaning he was the last before the Elite Four. So if he has something like his Rhydon, Persian, or anything else in there that would be very strong, heck, they could even make it even near impossible by giving him either a... Well, yeah, impossible to defeat. They can give him a Chansey, or if by the time they would come up with the idea, well, listen to the idea, is they can bring out the option, well, once they bring out number 2, I think it's Gen 2 is when you can get a Blissey, which is the it's the evolution of Chansey. Or anything like that. A Snorlax even, because it's extremely high defense and high HP.
And it's hard to beat, too.
Exactly.
Or no, it's not an Aberron, it's a Hypno, right? No.
Hypno has really high special attack, but low defense.
Okay.
So essentially, if I had a really good Bug type, or I think it's Ghost beats Psychic. Because I think Dark beats Ghost. I don't know how it goes. I know Dark is unaffected by Psychic. So, wait, no, Psychic's a weak against Dark. If I remember right. So that means, like, a really strong Dark type, which would be Sneasel. I think Miss Devious is a Dark Ghost. Meowth's Dark moves.
Is Haunter?
Haunter's a Ghost type.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think he's classified as a Ghost Poison. Trying to think, what is all the Dark types? In Gen 1, there really isn't many Dark type Pokemon. There were very few. Because Murkrow is Gen 3 or 2. Weavile evolves from Sneasel. That's all Gen 2. Now that I remember. There's literally, I don't think it's a Dark type besides Meowth. Well, Pokemon can learn the Dark types. Meowth's actually a normal type, which means he's not well, Psychic doesn't do much damage. Oh, interesting. Normal types are not affected by Ghost.
Oh. Well, I don't know Pokemon Go very much, so...
You don't know Pokemon in general.
That is true. All I know is Pikachu.
Yeah, and somehow you caught a lot of Pokemon. Well, mostly I did that.
You did, because on my phone, because I broke my phone. And then I got both new ones. Nice go.
Technically, you didn't get both of us a new one. This one's Chris's old.
Oh, yeah, you got Chris's and...
Which did help out. I mean, now I can definitely play it more, and I do feel energized to go for walks, especially when I know there's a Bulbasaur nearby. Because Bulbasaur being my favorite Pokemon, that and Krabby, which is why my background's a Krabby. On my computer is, well, Krabby was actually my first Pokemon card that I ever got, and I remember the exact card.
Did you get it from your mom?
Yeah, my mom bought me my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If I remember, I'll put a picture of what my Krabby looked like, and I even know the exact Kingler Evolution card. They didn't go together, but they look cool. For some reason, I was a person who was like, okay, this Krabby looks exactly like this in this picture. What's this Kingler's exact picture look like up here? It's like, oh, it evolves from this looking Krabby? That's exactly the same. Okay, those two go together. For some reason, it's like I always had to pair them up like that. But I know your favorite Pokemon so far is the Pikachu, because it's the only one you know. That's why.
Now I like Vaporeon, because it's higher level and it beats everything.
Well, your Hypno was impossible for us to defeat until I learned that my Pidgeot could take it out.
But I also can take it out with my Vaporeon.
And
if I dodge. I didn't know I could dodge. That's what I found out.
You think Hypno's strong? Wait until you get an Alakazam. That evolves from Kadabra, which evolves from Abra.
I just have a 25 Abra!
Yeah, and the thing about it is, it has extremely high attack and special attack.
I'm not gonna take my Abra out yet until I power it up.
Interesting, if you know the The Pokedex entry for Kadabra or Alakazam, whichever it was, it doesn't have any muscle strength. It uses its telekinetic energy to hold up its arms.
Oh.
Because it can't do anything. It's why in the games it was unable to learn Rock Smash when some other psychics could learn it.
But all he would learn is teleport out, right?
No, that's actually the only move that Abra knows. And once it gets up, then I think its first move it learns is Psyshock.
Oh.
And then it learns like Psychic, stuff like that.
Well, the only one I know is when I played it on your game, right?
Oh, Soul Silver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is teleport out.
that's its most common feature. It's like, that's why whenever you found them in-game, they were always such an excitement to see because you knew you had to throw a Pokeball or a Great Ball or you had to get to go to sleep right away. So either you needed a Pokemon that was extremely fast or you needed to be really lucky with that Pokeball throw.
That is true.
Now, once it came to become a higher level, then it could fight back. But most of the time, if you remember from the Pokedex entry of Abra, it spends 18 hours a day sleeping. So, with it sleeping 18 hours...
You can catch it.
No, the thing about it is, it's always alert. Even when it's
Oh.
asleep, it knows when people are nearby, and it'll teleport out of danger.
Hmm.
But, okay, with 18 hours out of 24 hours, that would mean that there's only 6 hours in which it's awake.
But you said it's always alert.
It's always alert because it uses its psyche to sense. Similar in the way that a kind of like a judo master would use the sense of feel of the air pressure and around him or her to recognize certain fighting moves. Blind people can use the same feature. It's why when they tap their stick, is they sense
Sound
by
waves.
vibration and sound waves. It's distortion of certain properties that you can understand.
And that's why they have a dog too.
Well, the dog I just sort of likes to run off without him. Some of them don't like to listen. But I think we got really off topic with Pokemon Go.
I think we did, but
Definitely one Pokemon I really like is the Magikarp and Gyarados. Because I thought it was like, okay, I got like a CP-151 Magikarp. I was like, okay, this is probably going to become like, what do you think, like a 400 Gyarados?
yeah.
Well, doing a little research, I found out that it's actually going to become a 1200 Gyarados. Because of all the candy going into it.
And another thing is, for a Niantic is not to have the fishes in the middle of the road instead of in the water or
The amount of Magikarp we found in the middle of a street.
or in a store.
That's true, we found a horsey at Walmart and there's no water near there. What was it doing? Actually, come to think of it, it was in the baking section.
God.
It was in the oven.
Oh yeah, and then a Haunter. Was it a Haunter that was by the milk or the eggs?
That was
or
Ghastly.
cheese?
Ghastly.
By the cheat.
There was Ghastly and a Coughing. Coughing.
Because I found them both by the milk. You found.
The Coughing was in the freezer aisle. Which, it said, that, from what people have understood, that were supposed to be kind of like a marshy land. Where...
We don't have any marshy land, so we found it in Walmart. Was Walmart a marshy land?
No. We don't have any, like, marsh or
No,
swamp.
before Walmart came.
No, it was just land.
Okay.
It's no different than walking out... Oh, okay, not right now. It rained. That wouldn't be a very good description. But I think it would be kind of cool if they did implement weather. Of course, that'd be really, really hard on the servers, but it would be kind of cool. It's like,
'Cause of rain.
it's raining outside. Well, water types are going to be spawning more often in areas. And maybe it's thunderstorming out. Okay, you're driving around. Maybe you drove around, you're still going home. You're by a gym. Now your Pikachu is going to have a really high, stronger attack. Maybe its CP goes up by a temporary amount of levels. Like, it gets a pink boost.
Yeah, because it gets that boost from the thunderstorm.
There's a lot of things that they could do. Well, Electabuzz, actually, the Pokedex entry, says that they have a competition to see who can climb the tallest tower and get struck by lightning.
No thank you, I'm staying right inside. I'm afraid of thunderstorms. I'm sorry.
That's fine with me. I don't like lightning. Thunder I don't mind, because that's just sound. It's when the lightning is striking I don't like.
Or when you hear a big boom, I jump.
That's actually kind of funny sometimes.
I'm sorry.
But there are quite a few things that definitely they could add. For instance, with the other evolutions, I don't think there is a trainer in any of the anime named for Leafeon, Glaceon, which is the ice type, Umbreon, which is the dark type, I think. Espeon is the psychic type. I think that's all of them right now.
So, are you supposed to name the EVs a certain name for it to be into that?
Well, in the game, how it worked was different. You had to evolve the Pokemon with different things. Like, for instance, Eevee, if you wanted a Flareon, Vaporeon, or Jolteon, you used a Thunder, Water, or Fire Stone, respectively. And later on, when they brought out Leafeon, you had to use a Leaf Stone. Now, obviously, there's no Ice Stone in Pokemon, so how do you evolve it to Glaceon? Well, you had to have a high friendship, and then level it up next to a certain rock that was completely frozen solid, and it would evolve into a Glaceon. Now, with Umbreon and Espeon, it was actually unique, as you needed to have 200 happiness on it, and you had to evolve it during the day or night. I mean, not evolve it, but level it up.
So when we're on here, we have to name. Do we have to name the EV and then evolve it?
Well, naming it Pyro, Rainer, or Sparky increases the odds of it becoming the Pokemon. Now, there is still the chance that it won't become it, as I had found out when I named one of mine. I think it was. I named it not Flareon. I named the Pyro. I think it was Rainer, and I got a really high level Flareon out of it.
I think.
Now, obviously, leveling it up during the day could be really easy.
Cause that's Flareon.
Yes.
And then I don't think I have a Rainer.
Yes, you do. It's a Vaporeon.
Oh, and then what's the other one?
The other one is a Jolteon, which is a shocking type. It looks like a dog that got electrocuted for a second.
It's not.
It's right there.
Oh, that one that I named Snake.
Why did you name it Snake?
I don't know why.
You named your Jolteon Snake. Why is your Jolteon higher level than mine?
Here, I'm gonna Can I rename it?
Yeah. Wait, you're just 774? Mine's named The Pain, and it's 771.
Mine is 742.
Oh, okay, so yours is higher. But yeah, I named mine after Metal Gear Solid, which I gotta finish that series. Ugh, such a pain to record, though.
Can you spell Jolteon?
You're gonna rename it Jolteon? Why don't you just come up with an interesting name for it?
Shocker.
That'd be a good name for Electabuzz. Shocker Punch.
I got Electabuzz. Wait, no, I don't. You do.
I have 2 Magmars. You want one? Wait till Drake comes out. I wish I could screenshot. You don't have an Electabuzz? I thought you did.
Let me check. I thought I didn't. Yeah, we'll go by name.
There. I just called mine Shocker Punch.
Oh, I do. I have 2 of them. I have a 593 and a 28. My 593 knows Low Kick and Thunderbolt.
You know, come to think of it, I think in later generations, Electabuzz evolves. Yeah, I remember. It's a Diamond and Pearl generation.
Oh.
It becomes Electivire.
Cause on my 25 one, I have Thundershock and Thunderbolt.
Come to think of it, there's another thing. We have not found any fighting types. Which, I know there weren't many fighting types in the game to begin with. If you want to know all the fighting types, you have Hitmonlee, which was the kicking one. Hitmonchan was the fist fighting one. And then you had Machamp, Machoke, and Machop.
And I know that you have several of the Pokemons that I don't have. You have Jinx, and then you have the
Yeah, I got that from a
stocky
Tenki. The what guy?
Your
Snorlax?
yes.
My Pokedex is actually 65 seen, 65 caught.
64 caught, 67 seen.
What haven't you caught that you've seen?
Oh, Nidorina.
Got it. Yeah, there was an Almastar at Walmart. That's a weird location.
And then Lickitung. And Snorlax.
Snorlax ran away from you. Lickitung you had no balls for. And we
it ran away from me.
The amount of time you put into that one. We went to different Pokestops just to get more to try and catch that Nidorina.
I thought I had a Nidorina because it said I did.
I don't know. I don't know what you have anymore. But
Nidorino, not a Nidorina.
Well, do you have enough Nidoran candy?
No.
Nope. You need to catch some more Nidorans.
Those things are so hard to find.
They're even harder to click on when they're tiny.
Abra!
Oh, there's an Abra nearby. Well, I think I know what we're gonna go do. So, if you like this kind of video where we record real life and discuss about video games, other topics that may be on current events, let us know down in the comment section below, and we'll keep doing more of it. I like doing this, but I have to find more ideas. But I will see all you lovely people later on. Subscribe and become a friend today, and have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.